Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to some Victoria 3. Yes, yes, yes. The Wolf of Wallachia. We continue. As always, let's make sure everything's working. Our little good luck charm. Hello, me. Good luck charm. Hello, me. Yeah, there we go. Hello, right back at you, buddy. Mauricio, hey, more looking at spreadsheet time. That's right. It wouldn't be a Thursday night if we weren't looking at spreadsheets, right? All right. It is time. It is time to do this. Oh man, what a busy day. So we had a stream earlier today. Crusader Kings 3. Oh, bonjour. Hello, hello. Andalis Wonkus. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for the Dev Diary review before the... Yes, you are welcome. You're welcome. Man, because they release them on Thursdays, right? And this is my first Thursday streaming since I did the schedule change. Something I did not think of. So we had a stream earlier today with Crusader Kings 3. The moment I ended that stream, I started working on the Dev Diary review. And literally finished it about 20 minutes ago. And now here we are. So, woo! Glenn, hello, hello, yay, finally get to watch one live. Oh, awesome. Welcome in. I'm glad you got to catch one live. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Jacob, hello. What's up, y'all? What's up right back at you? Andalis. Oh, you just saw the Dev Diary video. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Man, I have to say, there's some really cool narrative content coming to this. I've never been, like, truly excited to play as one of the great powers. I think it's fun, but my excitement is always with the smaller ones. But the stuff they released today about what you do with Austria, that it seems interesting. It seems exciting, I have to say. I'm kind of excited to try Austria out. Along with some of the other ones. I can't tell if our first stream with the update is going to be Serbia or Greece now. I'm not sure. Originally I was like, oh, we gotta do Serbia. But there's also some stuff for Greece. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for right now, let's figure out what we're doing here. We're doing well, other than the fact that we're not taking land. So when we finished the last episode, we actually took Gaza and Transvaal because we need people. Can't do the morning stream because of capitalism. That's right. I know. Same here. I'm a college professor, and so my semester just started this week, which is why I had to do the change. It's really my job is really cutting into my streaming time here. Did you see Gross Germany rework? Now you gain infamy if you keep the non-German majority parts: Hungary, Croatia, Italy, etc. Ooh, interesting. I did not notice that, actually. It was mentioned in today's Dev Diary comments. Oh, see, I scanned through the comments, but I didn't get to go through them as thoroughly as I usually do because I was in a time crunch to do that video, so I missed that one. Very interesting. You gain infamy if you keep non-German majority parts. I don't know how I feel about that. I think Serbia, because is one of the most likely to get most new content and interact with new stuff of the DLC, but up to you. Yeah, I mean, Serbia is the one I've really been looking forward to do a stream of. So it'll probably be Serbia. Which would be funny since it's right next to the one we're doing right now. But we will actually finish this stream before the new one comes out. Okay, that being said, so we've got Pops. We've got 96,000 unemployed. Oh, well, only 5,000 here. Militarily, we are sneaky moving up. So we have 340 total. Austria only has 380, and Prussia only has 429. And we have an alliance with Great Britain. Might we be able to take on Austria or Russia? The problem being Austria, Prussia, and Russia are all allied with each other. Now, let's see. If we took on Russia... Yeah, look at that. A defensive pact with Prussia, defensive pact with Austria, alliance with Spain. Oh, man. So if we attack them, they can bring both of them in. Also, Montenegro are going to have content, too. You're very small and have a raid mechanic. Yeah, and an exclusive law. That could be fun, too. That could be fun. And now, you know, you're going to be able to unify Yugoslavia. That, I think, will be a fun one to do. Do a Yugoslavian unification run. Okay, see... Okay, here's what would be great. If I could be on top of when these wars pop off and get in on them. Game really no to any expansionism from the player. Wait, what do you mean by that? Now, in terms of Austria, alliance with Prussia, defensive pact with Russia, and then Prussia, all of them. How far are we away from multilateral alliances? Because if we could get 2 alliances in... Yeah, we're a whole level away from it. It'll take us 11 years. Sharky Boy Gaming, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome in. The triple alliance is a nightmare. I know. How could we do this? We have Great Britain on our side, though I'm worried they're not going to do much. If we attack one, we attack all. We have a military to mess with them. We have a strong navy too. We have a stronger navy than Russia. It looks like Austria, yeah, has like nothing. And Prussia has, like, nothing. So we could blockade them and kind of ruin their markets, which will have an effect. What are the chances this happens the one time you play in this part of the world, but not in a Congo game, for example? Yeah, I know. I never see this. Like, Austria and Prussia are always at each other's throats in every run I do. And, of course, this time, they're allied. Is that AI Austria with massive Italy subject? Yeah, I know. Look at this. Look at this. Like, they took... First of all, 2 Sicilies took pretty much all of Italy, but then became a subject of Austria. I need to get... So what I really need is one of these countries to get into a war, and then me be able to join into that war, because... Like, most of these things are defensive pacts, so they won't be able to call somebody in if they're the aggressor. Well, we should keep building up our military. What law are we passing? We're going to unpause here in a moment. We will get to it. Oh, yeah, we're going to go schools next. Oh, yeah, we're going to go public schools here. So we'll do that. So we're building some gold mines. Oh, we are building some... Oh, we're building a lot of barracks. Alright, so our build queue is good. Alright, I think we're ready to unpause. Though we are paying quite a bit of money and stuff here. Ham playing in Europe. Austria, Prussia, Russia equals Ham. Not going to have fun in this game. Yeah, our first foray into Europe, right? And this is what happens to me. This is why I stay away from Europe. Also, I messaged you, on Discord about something. Check it out later. I think you have message request. Oh, man. Okay, yes, I will check that out. I've been so, like, out of it since coming back from vacation. I had multiple videos to catch up on and stuff, and then work started. I'm like, ah, man, I need to get back. I need to catch up to my life here. Apologies. I will check out the Discord and check that out. All right. Well, we're ready for the unpause. What could we do here? We're paying a lot in railroad subsidies. Huh? Oh yeah, we also absolutely... Okay, I've had enough of this company not being prosperous. It's time we fix this. So the artillery foundry in Moldavia. How many... We should be building some artillery, people. We're building 10. I want to build more. But we don't have people. Well, we'll build one. Oh, man. So this would be 60, yeah. Okay. Oh, we've got our gold mines. Let's make sure those are gold mining. We got one more to do. And the gold fields are all hired up. Okay. So the companies we have a steel company that's doing steel and iron. So it's reached prosperity, though it seems to be going down a little bit here. Oh, a trade center's not going well. Okay. And then we have a munitions company because I want to get this plus 5% army offense. What we really need to do is just export the hell out of this stuff. No. Don't lock me into that. I didn't mean to do the maximum one. I clicked that by accident. Well... It's going to be prosperous now. And then guns. We need to export guns. Oh, look at that. If we were prosperous, we'd be getting the prestige gun. Hey, Miss Luck, hello. Hey, Hamcuts, good night. It's night here in Brazil. Oh, hello there. Hello, Brazil. Hello. You will post a part 3 of the Congo tutorial. I love the series. Yes, absolutely. It's going to be posted tomorrow. I desperately tried to get the next episode finished before I left on vacation last week so that it would post while I was away. But I just could not get it done. So the video will be ready to go tomorrow and posted. So it turns out there will be 4 parts to it. So tomorrow the 3rd part will post, and then next week will be the final one, the 4th part. Thank you for watching it, though. I appreciate that. Meta in 1.9 is get investment rights in specifically Great Britain, but generally great powers. The steel company, not the greatest, but it's still decent. Yeah, but the thing is, it's very good in terms of for construction. Because you're going to get the throughput bonus on iron and on steel, which when you're on iron frame buildings, that helps. When you're on steel frame buildings, that helps, and this still helps to do that. So in terms of building in your country, this is pretty good. And we're actually doing quite a bit of exports. We're making quite a bit of money on the export of steel right now. We are the 2nd biggest exporter. Prussia is killing it, though. I think after that dev diary, the path for Austria is the United States of Greater Austria. Dual monarchy, beeline pan-nationalism, federalize the empire. Ahistorical but very strong. It does kind of seem like that, right? Honestly, I can't wait to try out that mechanic they were talking about where you, when you federalize, you have to choose 5 of that list of cultures. But by taking one culture or by appeasing one culture, you're going to disqualify another one. And so you really got to look at your population and be like, who are the most people, because once you federalize, all 5 of them will get an extra trait to give them all better acceptance. That's going to be a lot of fun to try to manage. I didn't know you were on vacation. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Yeah. In Victoria 3, I don't like that much playing with recognized countries. Same. So someone teaching how to play with small countries made me learn a lot. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you. And I'm glad to find another person who appreciates a small nation. Yeah, I'm not that big on playing the large nations. Like, I'll be honest, I've never done a legit Great Britain run, like even offline. It just doesn't seem that exciting. I've done one offline as France only because it has all that specific content. And I did one as Prussia just because there's stuff to do, to form Germany. But like Great Britain and Russia just they don't really, I don't know, they don't seem that interesting to me. Though I should try it, at some point I will. Yep, Austria is going to be really fun now. Erase the clock. Yeah, that is going to be so much fun. And actually, it will be fun, too, to do the Hungarian Revolution, it seems like. So it seems like you can, when Austria is fighting another war, you can try to secede, and then you have now an event that'll very quickly give you a bunch of liberal laws, and you can improve your military. When Austria is done with whatever war they're fighting, they're going to come after you. But it sounds like the longer the war goes on, the more your minority cultures will try to separate from you and join back with Austria. So you have to win that revolution like fairly efficiently, because it seems like you're on a clock. So that's going to be interesting. All right. We should start keeping track of our debt a little bit. So let's clock ourselves. We're in December 1892. How much... I'm pulling out a calculator here. That's why I'm looking at my phone. How much of our debt are we using? So we're 15.4 million in debt. We have a debt limit of 45.1 million. So we're utilizing about 34%. Let's remember that. 34% in December 1892. We got to make sure our debt ceiling is growing with our amount of debt. Oh, whoa, hello. I have never seen the AI offer a decent treaty before. In fact, this is kind of favorable to me. For just 10 silk a week, they're going to pay for the silk, and on top of that, pay us 1,000 a week and give us investment rights? The only thing I don't like about it is it's only for 5 years. Yeah, Argentina will do that. Like, I love to play as Ethiopia, yeah. Even I don't know how to play it well. I would love a DLC for them, but Paradox is going to nerf them next patch, so I don't know if this is going to happen. My English is not that good, so sorry for grammatical mistake. Oh, no apologies. That's great, actually. I honestly would not have known. Yeah, Ethiopia is so fun. I want to do an Ethiopia stream. at some point. Because I did an Ethiopia run for the achievement a long time ago, so I got that. Oh, I didn't notice we have Ethiopia in this run. Ethiopia formed. Yeah, I do want to do an Ethiopia stream. I wish they would do some flavor DLC somewhere in Africa at some point in time. But I don't know. I don't know if that's on the horizon. Yeah, right. Rare good treaty proposal. Imagine that. I've never seen one. The treaty proposals are always such garbage. Alright. So once we get these barracks built, we'll take a look at stuff. Ooh, this is what I like to see. There we go. Reach that prosperity while we are the number 5. We were number 3. What happened, people? What happened? We just have way too much of that. Oh, look at this. What's going on with our military shipyards? Yeah, they're not hired. That's the problem. Brazil improving relations. That's good. Oh yeah, we joined these together. Is anybody here a good convoy raider? Not really. Because I do want to get somebody to be our convoy raider. What's the advantage of building in other countries? Somewhat of a new player trying to understand. So, it's kind of... oh, Jesus, we lost an admiral as we're looking at it. Well, so one of the good things about building in another country is... so it sends the money back to your... back to you. So let's take a look here at one of our companies. Yes, so they own an iron mine in northern Serbia here, right? So... yeah, so our company owns 4 levels of this here. So we're building in this country, and dividends are going to other buildings, so 349. And so the money comes back to our company here. And if we look at... oops. If we look at the HQ... oh no, not the armament. This one. Yeah. So, not a lot right now, but 155 pounds of dividends is going to this building in our country. So, we're basically using another country's resources to earn money. Now, it's beneficial to them because their pops are getting hired and earning wages, but we're getting the money back here. On top of that, so this company has investment rights. If they built a 5th level, if they have 5 levels in another country, they can build a regional HQ. And so the regional HQ would be a building HQ in Serbia. It would use Serbia's investment pool to build, but it'll send the reinvestment money back to our investment pool. So it's beneficial. The other reason why it's beneficial too is, let's say, oh, so we have, oh man, we got a lot of peasants again. Okay. Let's say we ran out of workers, right? And we couldn't build anything, which was the situation over the last 2 episodes. We can't really build because we're building buildings that can't get hired. If you have foreign investment rights, you can build a profitable building elsewhere and still continue to utilize your construction points. Yeah, of course. No worries. No problem. Of course, another way Austria can be played is to build up the intelligentsia and pass cultural exclusion. University spam for the win. Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah. Spam the universities. I don't know why, but in all of my tutorial videos, I'm always like, don't forget to build the universities and get your literacy up. But the one thing I always forget to do whenever I play, clearly, as we're in 1893 going for public schools, I always forget to build universities and education. Parents who have experience teaching children at home are offering to assist as teachers in rural areas to facilitate the new public school system. Plus 16%. We're already at 85. I don't want to get... We don't need to lose that much. Yeah, we'll just take this. Oh, we are almost there. It's really easy too. Construction is a pretty hard thing to pass on. Yeah. Getting your construction sectors up and running is mighty, mighty important. What are we doing here? Threshing machines. Okay, so we got a ton of people. So what we're going to do, once again, build up some more military. Build up... Oh, yeah, but Wallachia... We can't build any more stuff there. But Bulgaria... Okay, now what do we need in our country? What are people spending most of their money on? Services, clothes, transportation. Oh, man, yeah, we could use... Actually, we could use more munitions. Let's take a look. Yeah, the lead. God, we need southern Transylvania. We need southern Transylvania. Seriously, yeah, your literacy level is sub 40. I know. I know. Oh, man, I got so sidetracked. I told you, it's the thing that always slips my mind. I'm always like, oh, yeah, I'll do that next. And then I forget. I'm the worst. What do we got going on here? Oh. Actually, speaking of which, you know, we could always use more universities. And how's our paper looking? We could use some more paper. At least there are a lot of babies on the way. I know, yeah. Our our birth rate must be great, since majority of people don't know how to read. Oh, woe is me. Alright, how are we on? Ooh, we could really use some motor industries. We could use more motors. Yes. We have reached prosperity, plus 5% army offense. I love it. Oh, woe is me. Alright, so now we need to get production of this up. And we really need to start exporting more. Oh, yeah, so why don't we oops, start getting more trade centers. And we really need to get this together. France, Belgium, Qing. Alright. So we have interests in everywhere we need interests. They don't really like us very much. Ooh, there we go. I don't mind owing them. Oh my god. Alright, give us 15 years. Or we'll do 10 years. Yes, there we go. I believe we have trade privileges with them, yeah. Oops. So what did that do for our trade? Okay, it improved it a little bit. Oh yeah, we gotta get off mercantilism. Alright, after schools, we're going to free trade. Because we need to start trading some stuff. Okay, where are we with debt? So we're at 34% before. So 36, so we only jumped up 2%. So we're expanding our debt limit enough. We could probably go for another trade center. Wallachia can use a few more. Oh, glass. We could use some glass. Okay. So let's do... See, I wish you would tell us what was in this treaty. I wish. I always forget. Okay. Ooh. We got wildfires. Alright, we need more authority. Where are we? Who? Oh, our ruler is compliant. This guy. How are we on small arms? Ah, yes, we're in the top 3. Okay. Now, what about steel? Am I an idiot here? Where's steel? Oh, there it is. Number 7. Yeah, we need more. High government wages is crazy. Well, we kind of need the plus 10% authority. Public schools. Woo, woo, woo. Alright. Let's get off mercantilism and get on free trade. We'll also add one more, or 2 more, government admins. Yeah. All right, what are we building? We're building the barracks. If we get these, that will be very beneficial because it'll give us additional army power. We could probably bump down the military wages for now. I think the Japan treaty dropped because they changed governments. Oh, Elite, their flag changed. Your agreement was with the old government. Oh, yeah, okay. But I wish I could see what was in the treaty because I forget. That's the thing. I wish when when people back out of treaties, I can get reminded of what was in them. The negative authority malice is not that bad. Normally, I'm low government wages for 99% of the game. Just go to very high to tempt boost authority when needed, then back down right after. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we probably could, right? Actually, yeah, 5K. I didn't realize we're at 5K savings there. What will that do to... Yeah, intelligentsia and petit bourgeoisie are pretty high. Let's try it. We'll save another 10K here. Let's drop this a level, but I don't mind it so much. Oh yeah, this is why services are so expensive for everybody. I'm taxing the hell out of them. I'm tempted to just, like, go for the war now. Like, the thing is, we could take Russia if it was just Russia. And Great Britain is the second most powerful nation in the world. Are those armies all hired up now? Oops, they are. Do we have National Guard yet? We do. Oh yeah, oh man, we need to get on graduated taxation too. We need better tax laws. See, I'm always so hesitant with war, to my detriment. Oh, why do we only have... Well, this guy can be offensive. This guy's defensive. Ooh. But I would love to put this guy in the National Guard units. Oh yeah, what? An experienced offensive. Okay. An offensive planner. Man, everybody's all messed up in this. I want this guy in here. Man, I am getting a lot of defensive strategists, huh? Ooh, okay. Steam trains. Oh, we don't need to subsidize this. Oh, nope, trade center. Okay. What's going on down here, everybody? What do we have going on down here? Honestly, I should incorporate these guys. They have so many people, I could get more soldiers. Problem is, though, I would need to use a lot of convoys to bring them up to me. But I could do, how are we on rubber, actually? We got plenty. But we got plenty of rubber, so are the textile mills utilizing it? No. Why? Why? Oh, that's interesting. You need to... I've never noticed that before. You need to utilize sewing machines in order to utilize elastics. Oh, and we've got tons of clothes. Well, let's start exporting that. Okay, yeah, we're now paying a lot in subvention, so we could probably knock that back a little bit. Oh, no. Actually, yeah, let's do that, because I need my company to keep producing this. What are you guys building here? Not any steel. You know, I wish the trade center actually was on these guys. See, that's the other thing. I would like to have excess authority to add some more... charters to my companies. Oh, how are we on coal? Alright, we could use more coal. Man, the production methods here, I didn't look at any of them when I took over. Oh. Alright, we need to utilize all of this stuff. So that we can stop subsidizing it. Alright, there we go. We shouldn't have to subsidize that. Alright, so that's Transvaal. Lorenzo Marquez. Yeah, you do that. Coal and tools. Yeah, we got plenty of people. We don't need labor-saving PMs. We have an arts academy, okay. Alright, the ideas of the Radical Party have been raising interest throughout the country, leading to potential turmoil. What are our parties again? Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah. We'll keep the Radical Party going. A popular Romanian newsletter has released a statement by Ulysses Popescu endorsing several poets known for their sympathies to the intelligentsia's interests. Yeah, let's give them some pop attraction. Alright. And do they have a railroad here? Yeah, they do. Well, we certainly have some expensive stuff going on. All right, now looking at the ports, do we need to subsidize those any longer? I guess we still have to subsidize this one. Do we, though? Maybe not. Oh, that was the only one. Okay. Oh, we're paying 24K in subventions. Well, did that do anything for us with the small arms? Whoa, it really did. Wow. And we're still only the 4th. Please tell me you guys are building more. All the way at the bottom of the list. Alright, we're not going to be able to afford that. When can we do this again? In August, so in about a month and a half. Alright, we definitely heavily outnumber Russia. We're pretty much on par with Austria. Let's take a look at stuff for our mobilization options. We have plenty of liquor. We have plenty of tobacco. Do we? How many troops do we have? So we have potentially 364. So 200 there, 200 this. Actually, we could use more. The establishment of in null state ensures an abundant supply of ammunition. Okay. Gotta love this game sometimes. Yeah, we need more sugar. Okay. Was not expecting that. That's where you guys are going to come in. Oh, we only have 2 here? Please tell me we have more. Really? Wow, we found the one place that doesn't have sugar. And we need more groceries for those mobilization options. Mass migration, I love to see it. Let's import some of this stuff. Hey, Sneaky Spudworth. Hello, my friend. Yay, Hamcut Stream. Welcome in. How you doing? How are you? Are you streaming tonight? Or did you just finish one? What's going on? What's going on with you? We are gearing up for war. Ah, the French. I need you to stop making firearms. No stream tonight, just relaxing after a run. Ah, nice. And you went for a run, too. Very nice. How do you do it? How do you do it? All right. So, we... one foot in front of the other. Okay. Good to know. I'm going to keep that in mind next time. I think that's where I've been going wrong. I have not put any foot in front of any other foot. And I think that is where... that's where my biggest failures have been. It's been a long while. Was dealing with back issues and then knees and back again. Ah, yes. My left shoulder, actually, I just noticed it doesn't hurt right now. But man, this left shoulder hurts a ton lately. I guess I need to go for like handstand walks then. We could sell buildings, actually. With the price of grain soaring across the country, the National Liberal Party is finding itself under relentless pressure from the opposition, accused of recklessly toying with the welfare of its citizens. Yeah, we'll take that. Yikes, did you lift something heavy? No, that's the thing. I mean, this has been hurting for like a couple months now. I didn't lift anything. I lifted my age. I think that's what I did. I lifted my age, and it hurt my arm. Yep. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. Alright, let's sell you, buddy. Has the school year started? It did. This is the first week. Yesterday was my first day. Which is why my streaming days have switched. Instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's now Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So I had my first classes yesterday. They went well. Everything looks good. I had such a funny thing happen in my first class. The class started at 12:30, and this is an intro class, so it's all freshmen. It's like 12:20. Nobody's in the room. I'm like, okay, this is weird. And finally 12:30 hits, and still not a single person in the room. Never had this happen before. Not a single person. And so I started thinking, okay, did they change the location of the class at the last second? I mean, it's not an unheard of thing to happen. So I looked it up. No, I'm in the right room. And I'm like, what is going on here? Then I poke my head outside, and there's a bunch of kids standing in the hallway. And I go, are you guys here for Intro to Theater? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, it's now like 12:35. I'm like, well, come in. Class started 5 minutes ago. The entire class was just waiting outside the room. And like, I had the door open. I was just sitting in the classroom. The door was open. But they all were like waiting for me to come out and tell them they could come in. I've never in my life had that happen before. It freaked me out. I was like, wait, did this class get canceled? Did it move? What's going on here? Yeah, it's so weird. I was like, you guys are allowed to come in. Like, just come in, take a seat. Oh, man. Hilarious. All right. So we are just selling buildings. Honestly, let's just sell everything. Everything must go. How big is the school you teach at? It's, God, I don't know. How many students is it? Let's see. So about 12,000, it says. The whole school is about 12,000 students. So I have usually about 25 students a class. And so I have 3 of them this semester. So about 75 students this semester. So not bad. Then I had the other... Oh, look at this. We can sell a lot of this. Then I had the other situation that in my last class of the day, we had to move to this like broom closet temporarily because according to facilities quote, our room was offline. And they don't mean like internet wise, just the room is offline. And that's all, this is the only thing I was told. And I was like, I have no idea what that means. So of course, you know, I email the students the morning of like, okay, we're meeting in this other room. And of course it's in another building. So I only had like at the beginning of the class, like half the students there. And then halfway through, like the other half show up. And I couldn't even be mad at them because I'm like, yeah, you know, like I understand it. It's so weird. It's such a weird start to the day. That's a good size. I always appreciated that I never had huge class sizes in undergrad. Yeah, our professors knew us well. It definitely is better. I've never had to do one of those like large lecture halls. First of all, the amount of grading. I don't have a TA or anything, so like even 75 students grading all of that is just a nightmare. What's the advantages and disadvantages of privatizing your buildings? When should I do it in my runs? So, that's a good question. So, if you're a small country, like you said, you play with, if you have a very high interest rate, which you probably do if you have a very low rank, you don't want to go into debt. We're in debt right now because our interest rate's only 8%. So when you start approaching the end of your reserves, you want to sell a building to go back up so that you don't hit debt. Now, the other benefit of privatizing your buildings is, so let's take a look at this. We the government own 7 levels of this glassworks. So we are getting, the government gets dividends of 1.65K in dividends, right? That's how much we should be getting. However, government dividends, there's no economic system that lets you keep 100% of your government dividends. Right now we are in interventionism. Interventionism gives us a plus 25% government dividends efficiency. By default, you have 25%. So we get to keep 50% of our government dividends. So if you look at this building, we're getting 1.65K from these glassworks. But if you look at our income, the glassworks. Oh yeah, that's because we own glassworks in multiple states. Yeah. So we own 8 here. So we're getting 1.71K from these. We're getting 1.65K from there. Oh, and we don't own any here. So what was that? 1.65K plus 1.71K, but the amount we actually get to keep is only 1.64K because we're losing half of it. And actually, because we're in debt, we actually get less than 50%. We get 48%. So you always lose money when buildings are owned by the government. So I think it's always best to have buildings be privately owned. The other thing is you use bureaucracy for every level of building you own. So if you're hurting for bureaucracy, you want to look at how much you're spending on just having buildings nationally owned. So I think it's always a good idea to sell your buildings to the private sector. The other thing it does is, if you sell your urban buildings first, it empowers the industrialists generally. So if you're looking to empower the industrialists, and if you're looking to marginalize the landowners, selling urban buildings to the private sector will give the industrialists more wealth, which gives them more political strength, which increases their political clout and lowers the landowner's share of political clout. So that's generally why you want to, what is it called? Sell buildings to the private sector. Now, I'll admit I'm a little maybe too eager to sell buildings. There could be some cases to not sell as many buildings to the private sector. And some people have made the case to me before. They all sound valid, but generally you don't want to hold a lot of government-owned buildings. If you are on... Oh no, what am I looking at? Command economy, then you're going to own a lot of government buildings. The private sector only gets 10% of the construction efficiency. This is about government building, government ownership. And with this one, you get plus 40% government dividends efficiency. So with the plus 25%, you keep 65% of your government dividends. And then there's some tech that'll increase it a little bit, but there's no situation where you'll ever get to 100% government dividends efficiency. So in the best case scenario, you're still losing money. You're still losing dividends from your government-owned buildings. So that's why I don't think it's a great idea. I like to sell them as much as I can. All right. We're past the hour mark, so we got to do our break here. Fortunately, I think I missed the Twitch ad break, so some people had to sit through ads. Apologies on that. But we're going to take a quick break, go to the bathroom, get a drink, and then I'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. Yeah, of course, no worries. Yeah. All right, That break made me realize. I wonder if I'm just getting too hesitant to make our move here. I got to start thinking about making a move. We're in 1894. An enterprising entertainer has arranged for two aging locomotives to run into each other at a local fair. The resulting collision may pose a danger to the crowd, although that hasn't stopped Daniel Vetoianu, leader of the industrialists, from declaring that he will have a front row seat at the event. Oh, nice. Oh, good, good. Yeah, I always love a good lurk. Always love a good lurk. No worries. I appreciate you being here. Oh my god, there's a 10% chance this guy dies. All right. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to build some of these things. Actually, are we utilizing all of the... no, what am I doing? Let's get our Monday update on this. There we go. Oh, nice. Okay, so we don't need to build arms industries. So what are we building right now? All right, so let's get these food industries built because we're going to need that. I'm thinking about mobilization options right now. Ham, please use your bureaucracy savings to dump up your education level. It's actually dropping right now. Oh, look, we do have plenty now. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate that. 129. We'll bump... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Not health system. And we'll bump this up. Get more conscripts. Actually, we will bump that up one. And then... So I want to get to about at least 150 on each of these. Sugar, yeah. Oh, well, we are going to get to this with the food industries. Now, when it comes to tobacco... Alright, the Radical Party. Alright, yeah, let's keep a righteous government for a little bit. Police officers in uniform have been discovered supporting Romanian American Fellowship activity while on duty, lowering public confidence in the police force. Yeah, we want to keep that high. So we can build some in Dobruja. We will. Oh yeah, we also can build stuff in... I forgot we can build stuff in Argentina. What does the Argentinian market need? Iron. Oh, you guys have investment rights, or foreign investment, right? They do not. Oh, but we have an extra one. Get me those regional HQs. Paper. They need paper. Where do they have surplus of wood? Oh, they got it here. But no population. Alright. Let's build some paper mills there. Get us some money. A social club popular with the educated class has held a salon in Bucharest, with Ulysses Popescu speaking in favor of free trade as an honored guest. Oil discovered in Moldavia. The discovery of oil in Moldavia is causing people to flock to the state, hoping to find jobs in the booming industry. Yeah, let's always choose that one. Oh, we need pump jacks. Well, yeah, we might as well do that next, right? Oh, this is what we need next, actually. What are we doing next? Oh, the port. No. Okay. Oh, I have that on there. No. So let's do the military statistics first. Ooh, and we are getting monitor on tech spread. That is nice. Okay, so I want that. I want the tobacco. I want the tobacco and food. Hey, we got the Twitch bot. The Twitch chat spammer. It's a party now. Goodbye. Okay. So... oh, yeah, we need opium for that. Man, a 40% recovery rate if we could get opium. Pesky opium, I know, is right. Who has opium in the world? We need us some opiums. The British, hey, the British, we're buddies, we're pals. The Ottomans have some too, although they hate us. Actually, can we edit? Will you give us some of that sweet opium? So let's think about how much we would need, because our pops are going to take quite a bit of it. So we have 364 possible troops. So we would need, so we need half for that. And then 2 for that. So we would need, 364, like 180 for that. But then we would need, like, a lot if we put this. So we could just put it on a couple of them. So, what if we bought... I kind of want to do this as a separate deal, because I don't know if... I don't want to do this forever. Yeah, what if we bought, like... 600 of it. And you bought... Ooh, I want to take a look at this in a second. Our clothes, we can sell the clothes. What about the iron? Do you guys want to buy iron from us? No, you don't. Okay, yeah, I think this is good. And trade, just give us trade privileges. Why not? Why not? Why not? Don't understand. I'll be your best friend if you just give me trade privileges with you. Actually, I could probably add that to the next agreement. Yeah, we're going to do this. And we're going to do this for like 15 years. Let's do for 10. We'll do for 10. Because this might cost us quite a bit of money. Alright. Now can we add the trade privileges to this deal? Only a 25% chance. Military access, military assistance, trade privileges, goods transfers. Yeah, let's do it. We might regret the power block embassy thing. Did you offer forehead smooches? I did not, man. I should have offered the forehead smoochies. Yeah, look at that guy. This guy has got a massive forehead to smooch. Maybe that's why he was so pissed about it. He just wanted some smoochy boochies. Oh yeah, so what's going on with this? Oh, Scandinavian leadership. What can we get out of this? Make Denmark a protectorate. I don't really need any of that. The one Brit without a top hat who needed it most. Yeah. No wonder we have to sell them clothes. They need more top hats. Oh. Prussia sides with Sweden. Well, actually, we don't actually need anything from Prussia. Hold on, though. Oh, now they don't want us. If we got on this side, we could attack Austria or Russia, and Prussia wouldn't join in. Alright, let's say we're leaning to their side. Now, this is interesting. We could possibly get in on this, and they can't call... Well, wait, though. No, they're the defensive side, right? So they could call in people on a defensive pact. Oh yeah, so let's take a look at our market. Plenty of opium indeed. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, you know, we are going to need more motors, too. Alright, let's just... We got a ton of people here. Just spam the hell out of it. Nice. And we're doing good here. Alright, guys. I think we might be going to war this episode. How's our steel production? Yeah, still not a lot. Oh yeah, what's our debt looking like? So we're at 36%, however long ago that was. Oh, we went down 1%. So we're doing fine, actually, with debt. Law progressed to voting. Yeah, and now we have those trade rights. Yeah. Oh man, if we could get... What is this deal? For this article once across all treaties. Oh. Oh, we already have trade privileges with them. Okay. Oh! Almost forgot about this. An obligation. No. That won't be worth it. Hold on. Isn't it a thing? All right, everybody, correct me if I'm wrong here, because I sometimes, if we help them and they win, and we have an obligation, they can't fight against us. But I don't remember if that's true if they enter as a defensive. They can't join as an attacker against us. I forget if that's the case on the defensive side. I'm going to look this up. If a country owes me an obligation, can they fight against me in a war? They can't oppose us in a diplomatic play. But I feel like there was something about... There's an exception to this. Because we can take Russia. If we hold an obligation, then If we fought Austria, it would just be Prussia that joined in, and we could get Great Britain. Us and Great Britain could take Austria and Prussia. I'd basically be ushering the Soviet Union in. Alright, we're gonna take a save just because, you know, we haven't saved in a while. That's the only reason. I'm not thinking about a save scum of any kind. I think we're gonna do this. We gotta do something here. Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. If I join in, I gotta fight them, and I won't be able to add a war goal. You're right. I'll go into a devastating... There's a possibility here that I join in and Austria joins this in. But this is an opportunity. Do we do this? Are they in a war currently? No. Prussia's already committed here. So they gotta fight that. Though it looks like they're not gonna have to do much. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Glenn? Is it worth it? Is it worth risking it? I don't think it is. See, here's the other problem. I could join and then try to get Russia to sway me back. Yeah, right? If Prussia stays out of it. Oh, it's 1895. I gotta do something here. This is also gonna be devastating to our economy. Is a country owes an obligation they can't fight the country they owe it to. Yeah. So what I'm thinking here is, if I can get the Russian Socialist Revolt to owe me an obligation, and they win this war, then Russia will not be able to oppose me. Also, they'll lose their alliances and stuff. But I'll need to make sure this war is won. Otherwise, I'll have fought it for nothing. I'm just curious. I'm too curious to let it pass. I think I'm going to do it. Let's do this. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Alright, we're in. Oh boy. I don't know. I might end up regretting this majorly, but whatever. Okay. 50, 100. Alright, we need another offensive person. Well, I won't have the UK in this. But I wouldn't be able to get the UK to join in this anyway. So they have 80. Yeah, I would like more here. 2, 4, 6, 8. We can do 10 more. What do you mean upgrade? Ugh. Oh yeah, these were the... In Transvaal, just get rid of that guy. Okay, so we have 50, 70, 90, perfect. And then in this one, 60, 112. Whoa. We need a lot more people. Armed forces, industrialists. All right, let's promote you. All right. And we'll add one for good luck. So, wait, what's the other front? Oh, I didn't realize there was this big, large Russian socialist front there. Alright, now we're fighting this side. So we're going to put everybody... on this side. Yeah, I would rather not take more casualties. Now, our navy... where is their market area? Well, that's for the Prussian... Oh, here we go. So... right here. Now, we got to blockade this node. I forgot I had joined these together. So we're gonna get... I want a convoy raider. Do we have somebody here? Oh, a convoy raider. There we go. A new fleet. Give them... give them 10. These are going to be our first convoy raider. And you're going to get this dude. Alright, which one of you gives me something better with blockading? Nobody really. Okay. Well then, you both just do the blockade. Although, you know, I need to make sure... which node am I using for the goods transfer from Great Britain? Because I need... that opium to stay active. I'm surprised I don't have... a node like that. All right. Is Russia going through here? That would make things a lot easier. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So you'll be the raider, and you'll protect our convoys. And you go there. Damn, you are losing so much money. Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. We're going to bump up taxes, because I just mobilized everybody. We are going to have to bump up those military wages, though. Yeah, this is going to be costly. Now let's hope nobody else joins this. Oh my god. Nobody else joined it. All right, people. We are hemorrhaging money, it's true. We are gonna just put everything up for sale. Even these buildings. I know, yeah. We'll hit, well, I think we'll be able to do this war before we reach default. Because we're only utilizing about, what are we at? 20.1 divided by 54.01. It's only about 37%. We're only using 37% of our debt. And remember, our debt ceiling is going up. Half to default at this rate. You have 2 years. Yeah, I did make the mess. We're not at half. We're at 37%. Remember, though, our debt ceiling goes up as we build buildings. And we're going to be selling buildings as well. So, no, it's not a full 50%. I mean, it is a risk. It is a risk. I do fully admit that. But I think the opportunity is too good to pass up. Yeah. Honestly, if we could finish this war before we reach default, and then declare bankruptcy, I would be happy with that, too. Now, I want you guys to go straight for that Russian capital. Ulysses Popescu's attendance at a bourgeoisie-funded fundraising banquet in Bucharest has led to an uptick in funds promoting free trade. Oh, yeah, let's get it. Ah, threshing machines. This will be helpful in places... Oh, look at that. We have a lot of people elsewhere now. there's all these fronts all over the country, but let's take a look at the market here. Liquor is still pretty affordable, so we could play around with the options here. Yeah, I don't think that helped. All right. Oh, you know, we gotta send somebody to go hold their land. Actually, yeah, you guys go here. What's their capital? Yeah, they're holding their capital right now. We've got to get there. This would, yeah, this would be a glorious victory if we could get it. We've got a lot of land to move through, though. Oh, let's make sure we've got our training rate up. Man, if only we had this right now. See, we're taking them. Let's see how much our debt has gone up. %41% we're at. Whoa. I mean, we're now a great power. Look at that. Now, another nice thing here, though, is that we have no war goals against us. So they're not actually going to take anything from us. Oh, we have an obligation from Serbia expiring. What can we get from them? What do you have? Oh, groceries. What else can we take from them? Oh yeah, and give us... Yeah, Romanians in your timeline are very rich, yeah. Yeah. As the debates around free trade law stall, Ulysses Popescu's motion to pass the proposal to a commission of experts to break the deadlock. Oh yeah, let's just take the 10%. See, problem is we're not going to be able to get up here quick enough. We're moving, but we're moving slowly. You know, hold on. We're going to have everybody's strategic objective to go this way. Because we've got to get the Russian Socialist Revolt's capital back. Laplace, hello. Good morning. Morning. Came at a good time. We are at war with Russia, trying to help the socialists take over. Now, if we could get them blockaded... So we've already got about 7% blockade strength going there. And they've got no other navy anywhere. So we can cut their access to the world market down. Yeah, look at that. They are getting pretty much all of their munitions from trade. If we blockade them and sink their convoys, they're going to have massive organization problems in their armies. Problem is, they are losing war score big. So you're going to take Bessarabia from Russia and help Lenin? Well, no. So unfortunately, we're not getting Bessarabia in this war. We're getting an obligation from the Russian Socialist Revolt. The idea is, if we can help the Socialist Revolt take over, we'll be owed an obligation from Russia, and then we're free to attack Austria and Prussia will help them, but Russia won't join in. So that's the idea. Problem is, though, oh damn, do we not have the obligation anymore? Alright, yeah, debt. So we were at 41%. So we're climbing. So who's bigger? Well, we have a bigger military than Russia. Problem is, this is the Russian Socialist Revolt's capital, so they hold the capital, so they're losing war score. So we're making progress. We got to get to the capital and hold it again. A horrendous first draft of free trade has every faction clamoring to ram their desired changes. Eugene Demosthenes has whipped up immense public discontent in favor of a rewrite. Right. People have been complaining about the difference in living standards between us and our neighbors in South Africa. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, it's a long way. It is a long way. But we are cutting our way through. I just don't know if we're going to get there in time. If only... Man, okay. If we could naval invade out that way. You know, we need to build up our navy. We do not have a navy big enough for any of our troops. Update in Indonesia, there's news about deploying the army to fight the riot and people. Oh my god. That is... Man, I am sorry. There's some stuff happening there right now. You have to rush and rampage them fast. Yeah. Yeah. Man, if only the socialist revolt wasn't so far away. Or like, if this were the capital. I don't think we're going to get there in time. I mean, one positive thing is we're holding incorporated states of theirs as well. We're just not able to bring their score down. Yeah, well, that's what I was just thinking. Or we could, like, naval invade somewhere else. But even if we combine both of these navies, that would get us 46. We're going to suffer major problems. What if we did that? What if we took... Screw it, put the National Guard there. 55%. Just put them all on advance the front. Wait, what is this? Ugh. They gave in. Yeah, it was a valiant effort. You know, though, now we know we can take Russia. We were just cutting through them. If we went after Bessarabia, we could hold Bessarabia and just sit there. Oh, and we have free trade. We need something else. The Romanian market has grown famous worldwide for being welcoming and open to foreign trade. Yeah, trade advantage for exports. I wonder if we could improve relations with Prussia and then get some type of obligation from them. We're still a great power. Yeah, nobody wants to take our debt on. And we can't keep taxes this high. Well, we now have a truce with Russia, so they can't attack us. When it comes to Wallachia, because of the position and situation they are... Oh wait, every major patch has a different gameplay when it comes to Wallachia because the position and situation they're in. Oh, and we're at the 2-hour mark. So we have to take a break real quick and appease the ad gods old and new. So we'll take a very, very quick break and be back in just a minute and a half. All right, and we're back. Yeah, scale down construction maybe. I think that's going to be the way to go. In this one, you have to declare independence in day one, release Bulgaria. Later, Otto will sign alliance with Great Britain. After you release Bulgaria in day one, you attack and annex Moldavia. The next day, you attack Serbia. Russia will join. Trade Moldavia to Austria, so Austria joins and breaks the pact with them. Asked to release Ukraine. Austria, in 90% case, will win. Then, when truce goes away, attack Bulgaria, take Dobruja plus another state, then ask military access to Austria and attack Ukraine. Then take back from Bulgaria more states. Interesting. Although you give away Moldavia, which you need, since if you release Ukraine and Bulgaria, you can take them. Yeah, but what we're trying to do is get the achievement. So we need to hold on to all the Romanian states. United States of America is calling in the obligation we owe them by requesting our commander Luka Dobson. Sure. Take him. Which army is he in? The National Guard. Alright. Take Moldavia back and release Transylvania. All right. Yeah, so we're going to downsize we're going to downsize the construction sectors that we have in the African states. That'll fix up the budget. Though we're still on high taxes. Oh, yeah. Hold on. And what we're going to do then is get on better tax laws. So we'll go proportional taxation right now. The strat in Wallachia is to create panic and make the great powers fight each other so you can cut their territory and destabilize them. Interesting. Well, this is true, though what has kind of hampered us here is I feel like this doesn't normally happen, though, where Austria, Prussia, and Russia are all allied with each other. Austria and Prussia rarely ever ally with each other, I feel like. So I was kind of surprised that that happened in this run. Usually you can play Prussia against Austria, but they allied together in this one. Because in this patch they start with great packs and they love each other. Oh, is that what it is? Because I've been wondering why that happened. I've never really seen that before. But I haven't really played this region that much in this patch, which is why we did this one. Game really decided to give you the most inconvenient alliance when you least need it. I know. Although I'm not utilizing my alliance with Great Britain quite enough. See, I also need to get involved in some of the diplo plays that happen. We haven't had enough of them happen. Since Austria will become weaker in the Russian war, so when Austria becomes weaker, Prussia attacks them. Because they're scripted to do that. But in this one, there is no Austria-Russian war. They've been allies since the beginning of this run. That's what's been kind of frustrating with this. I have to lower this stuff. Oh, because of the things I mentioned. Yeah. Yeah. And all games will be the same. In this patch, they start day one, defensive packs, and over time they sign more things. But doesn't that change the strategies that you said you've used in previous patches? If their relations are that different? Alexandru Ilivescu has suddenly died while drafting legislation for the proportional taxation law. Who is this guy? Oh, the president. Our president just died. So who is our president now? Erudite. Oh, political strength of academics and bureaucrats. And plus 5% authority. Huh. So this guy, we had compliant with this guy. How do we have less authority? Firebrand. Oh, his popularity. Okay. Day 1, become independent, join Russian power bloc, get alliance with them. Attack Austria when Austria attacks the Ottoman. Call Russia in. So what do you do, though? Because the Russian power bloc is a sovereign empire. How do you get out of the Russian power bloc? Because eventually you got to take Bessarabia. How do you get Bessarabia off of them if you're in their empire? They'll subjugate you. Because if you're in their power block, they'll be able to subjugate you. Later, you become stronger. Yeah, I don't know, though. Like, if we entered this power block before we became a great power, not only will they have investment rights in us and completely decimate our economy, but we would become a subject of theirs and become leader there. Yeah, but how would you become the leader of the power block if they're going to have investment rights in your country? They're going to own your entire economy. How will you ever get your power rank high enough? But how would you get to 420 million GDP if Russia will pretty much own everything? What? Bessarabia? Oh, it's Bessarabia? Oh, Bessarabia. I didn't notice the middle there. Thank you for the correction. Bessarabia. Okay. Yeah, but your pops will be your if you get if all of your buildings are owned by foreign investment, your financial districts will be dirt cheap, which means you're going to be stuck with landowners and rural folk and the church pretty much the entire game. If you have another country owning your entire country, all of your pops are going to be poor as hell. The people get wages, but nobody in your country is getting dividends where they earn most of their money. So everybody is going to be dirt poor. You're never going to have powerful industrialists. So you're going to be on landowners and church pretty much the entire game. So you'll also never be able to get onto any decent laws that will help you. If you join their power block. See, that's a problem with sovereign power blocks, is that once you become a subject, and especially if they have foreign investment rights 3 and automatically get investment rights in your country, that's kind of a game over for your economy right there. You get the goods, but you don't get any profit off of it. Speaking of which, we do need to tackle this right now. 14k in Wallachia, Jesus. What can we do? Everything is up for sale. Have we sold pretty much everything? Not necessarily. Yeah, like we could get out of debt right now if we gave foreign investment rights to another country because they would come and buy everything up. But we would never have a strong economy. Historically speaking, they do have an alliance before France-Prussian War. No, but what I'm pointing out is in my run here, see, the Russian power block doesn't always have foreign investment 3. So that, you know, it might be a possibility if they didn't have that, but in my run here, if you join the Russian power block, they're going to buy up your entire economy. Because in this run, they got this. Not to mention, you will become their subject. They will subjugate you. Because you start off at such a low rank, you're not going to get to a high rank quick enough in order to do that. Interesting. All right. Well, I'll have to do a run where I try that. It's an interesting strategy. I guess I will say I generally avoid, like the plague, ever getting into a sovereign empire power block. So I guess I will say I don't have a lot of experience of being in a sovereign power block, not as the leader, because I never want to get into them. Yeah, it might be a little different now with this patch. Well, also I feel like in previous patches, Prussia and Austria did not ally like this. They were always fighting each other. And so you could always play Prussia against Austria. Plus Austria and Russia, you know, were not always as... Like, in previous patches, these three countries were never all allied together like this. This is nuts. In fact, in most of the runs I've done in this patch, Germany forms. The fact that there's been no movement or any type of unification play here for me to try to play on kind of sucks. In the midst of the debate surrounding proportional taxation, one of the country's leading playwrights, strongly associated with the armed forces, has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. Alright, let's get it. Well, they made it historical. In real life they had that, yeah. Tuso, hello. There will be a DLC with insane content for Austria and the Balkans. From what I've seen, you like small nations, so will we have a Serbian play? We absolutely will. That is my plan. The next run after this will be Serbia with the new patch. That's kind of what I've been waiting for. The only reason why I took Wallachia for this run is because in the lead up to the National Awakening DLC, it sounded like they weren't really doing much with Wallachia in terms of content, because they hadn't mentioned them specifically. There's a couple things they're doing, but not as major as the other ones. So yeah, I'm thinking a Serbia run will be the next one. Also, if you don't want them to construct in your country, you can just queue up buildings more that free infrastructure so you can block. That's true, but then your private sector stops building. And once your private sector stops building, you incur the full cost of the construction sector, and you'll go into a pretty decent debt spiral from there. So you'll block them from building, but you also block your own private sector. Most of the runs I did in this patch, Prussia and Austria hate each other once the Two Brothers War starts for German leadership. I guess your luck is just that bad. Yeah, I know. Every run I've done, like, I've super Germany forums in some of the runs I've done, but not this one. And not even your private will construct in the country. But if you do that from start, you own all, so you make money to have enough construction. I do runs with 100% monopolies, even on great powers like France, and private construct things, and I'm still on top. But if your private sector stops building, you're going to have to pay 100% of the construction costs. You're not going to be able to afford that, or you're going to have to keep a very low construction the whole time. Did it serve the Serbs, or do all roads lead to Yugoslavia? Let's play General Tito. Yeah. Actually, the fact that you can now do a Yugoslavia unification seems like something that's going to be pretty fun to try to do. The Romanian American Fellowship has offered us an opportunity to establish a foreign investment rights agreement with the United States of America. The lobby has offered... Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to give them foreign investment rights. A series of perceived poor decisions by the liberal movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. Yeah, we'll take this one. Alright, we're still building that up. Government generates 3 times more than GDP. That's only in the first 50 million GDP. The closer you get to 50 million GDP, the less that the less of that multiplier you get. Generally, government-owned buildings are not a good thing to have. In the first 50 million GDP, it's okay, but generally over the long run, you don't want your majority of your buildings to be government-owned. Yeah, that whole exploit sounds really gamey to me. It's okay if that's your style, but I lean towards the historical side. Yeah, I know. I kind of agree with that. I talk about revenue, how much income you get now at 50 million. What do you mean? So you look at, so this is the multiplier you get from the first 50 million. And so you can see we're at a time multiply by 1 right now. So we've lost, because we're over 50 million right now, there's no multiplier anymore. From GDP, how much money you get, ignore that. That's not important. The amount of investment into your investment pool isn't important. How much money your state gets from what? Government dividends? Yeah, it's like nothing. 72K minting. But minting has nothing to do with government-owned buildings. Minting has to do with your GDP. If you own all at 50 million GDP, you get 320 million, 320 money, to make 250 construction. Yeah, but... So minting doesn't have anything to do with who owns the buildings. And you also construct what you want, where you want. So let's take a look here. Let's take an example. So I was showing this before. We'll take a look at our glass works. I don't know if I still own most of these. Yeah, look. So I own 7 of these, so we're getting government dividends of 814. Over here, we get government dividends of 2.59K. So that's roughly 3.3K. Dobruja, government... Oh, we don't own it. So like 3.3K. But if you look at how much money we're getting off of the glassworks, we're losing half of it. You have no cash. In the buildings, you need 100% cash. You need to be efficient. We're only losing 2% of our dividends because of our debt. The maximum amount of dividends we can get from government-owned buildings is 50%. So we're always going to lose half of our dividends. So you're losing half of your money by it being government-owned. Yeah, it dropped by 2%. That's it. If we had no debt, government dividends efficiency would be 50%. So you're still going to lose 50% of your dividends. $46 million GDP. Well, we have 50 million GDP right now. Yeah, but that might be the case, but if you would have more if you had privately owned buildings, is what I'm saying. You're losing money by having all of your buildings be government owned. I mean, that's the thing I don't understand, is that just like right here, it's showing you're losing half of the money you earn from these buildings. So I don't get why it would be better to lose half of your income from your buildings. Like it shows you right here, you only get 50% government dividends efficiency. The most you can get, it would be if you were on command economy, maybe. Command economy is built towards government ownership, but if you're not on command economy, I wouldn't want 100% government-owned buildings, not to mention the amount of bureaucracy you have to pay in order to own all those buildings. The wine produced in Moldavia has been lauded by Somalis as outstanding. We'll take the prestige. That's how the game works in that meta. What I use, it's actually high game gameplay. Dude, if you build everything, you control what is profitable and... No, I don't understand that. You control what is profitable if you own it. It doesn't matter if it's privately owned or not. You still control the what do you call them? The production methods. Also, you're saying, so do you not utilize debt in your runs? Do you do deficit spending? No, do you utilize debt and deficit spending in these runs? Because like the only way you reach 1 billion GDP is if you utilize deficit spending, but the only way you can utilize deficit spending is if you have privately owned buildings. You can't utilize deficit spending if like your private sector isn't building. You have 0 loans, so you can't reach 1 billion GDP. That's noob gameplay. I don't think deficit spending is noob gameplay, my friend. You don't reach... you can't utilize deficit spending with 100% government-owned buildings. 0 private construction. So what happens with your investment pool? How do you have 0 private construction? Are you not increasing your infrastructure? Yeah, I can't. Is that the case? I can't tell. I guess maybe. It seems how I play, and you will see. Okay, I would take a look. I would love to take a look at that because that seems wild to me. 100% government-owned buildings, 0 private construction. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you for the input, my friends. I could not tell. I try to keep an open mind about gameplay, and I have never heard before that deficit spending is noob gameplay. That's kind of wild to me. It's literally impossible to get that much GDP with 10 construction. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Let me see. Let me see how many hours I have. 3,600. I have... Yeah, this is trolling at this point. I have 2,685.2 hours, according to Steam. All right. I'm not focusing on the run here. I gotta focus here again. I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, all the while I'm getting distracted here while I fly into debt. Subvention. Okay, so yeah, look at this. We've got to get rid of this. What else do we have subventions on? Grain and lead. I suppose we can stop the one on grain. Oh, I did though. Yeah, I did have that subvention because I was trying to get us to stay up here. All right. Yeah, we really need to have some buildings get purchased here. All right. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting too. So we're going to switch to proportional taxation, hopefully. So that will help us quite a bit. So that might take care of this. Not to mention, we're losing quite a bit here. I hate to chase this stuff, but man, it's hard not to. Let's see. Okay. So how are we doing here on this? All right, so our relations are at neutral at least. Yeah, we still can't do anything with them. Wait, who is their leader? I thought it was a person that looked like he was South American. Okay. Actually, you know what we could do in the meantime is we can cut down a little bit of the construction sectors here. Claiming that the enactment of proportional taxation would affect the country's Turkish inhabitants in a disproportionately negative way, Turkish firebrands have riled their communities against the current law proposal. Alright, we'll take the 5% because I need this to pass. What I also find fascinating in this run. Oh, okay. So France finally has a decent military. France was down like around 8th for a long period of time. So what is... Yeah, I gave a lot of that to the British. Oh. Oh, who is this? Oh, the US. So we could, you know, actually we could join the US power block. How are they at 14? Oh, yeah. Because the British are in the lead. I gave the British a little bit too much. Not that I necessarily... I don't want to join this power block. Especially with that foreign investment rights 3. I would like to join the French one. Because it's a military one. Ooh, and advanced research. Man, I would love to join this. I could get France and now Great Britain. Okay, what are we doing? Yeah, problem is... if we look at the power blocks here... So 400 from the alliance, the trade privileges, the power block embassy, the military assistance. The only thing I would really want to get rid of is that power block embassy. I suppose I could give them some type of fighting chance, though. Yeah. But I don't want to give you that. I wonder why they wouldn't want this. Oh, it would hurt their cohesion. Why would I hurt your cohesion? Okay, what can we do to fix this? Because either way, I would like to get those trade privileges. There's nothing we can really do here. I guess I could sell them fertilizer. I mean, I'm definitely not giving them investment rights. I guess I could just, like... let's give it a 45% chance. But again, I don't know if the trade privileges are worth it. I don't want to pay them anything right now. We're in too much debt. All right. Man, that's too bad. That is too bad. What is the... Well, let's see. What is the British one here? What do we got? They've got foreign investment, too. Oh, my God. Urgh. And yet, they are protective. I wish there was a mechanic in this game to try to disrupt the relations of other countries. That would be very beneficial. I would like that very, very much. You know, we could also really use another... Yeah, we're gonna go for this after that stuff. You made the video. Want to see? Well, I can't right now. I'm in the middle of streaming this. If you want, you can post it into the Discord channel. My link to the Discord, to my Discord channel is in here. You can post it in there. People post things in there all the time of gameplay stuff. I don't have Discord. Well, I don't know how you would send it to me. I mean, I can't look at it right now, obviously. I don't think Twitch does private messages. All right. Let's see. So we can start sneaking this stuff back up. Slowly but surely. Alright, so what is our strategy now? What is our strategy now? I still think there might be something to pursuing some type of obligation from either Russia or Prussia. Russia likes us. Maybe we could do something with that. Ambitious middle strata citizens are opposing proportional taxation on the grounds that when they inevitably become wealthy capitalists, they will be excessively taxed. Well, we're not in a point here to really lose 10% of our income taxes. It'll be 5.6K. That's interesting. Okay. Those are some stats. Those are some interesting stats. You know, so, yeah, Russia, for some reason, is very protective of us still. So what could we give that would get us this? You know, I hate to say it, but if we gave them investment rights for 5 years... Huh. Here is a possibility. And then we sold them something. What could we sell them? Steel. Huh, okay. What if we got rid of the investment rights? No. So we give them investment rights for 5 years. First of all, before we do this deal, we take everything off of sale. We get an obligation from them. We might do this. Okay. Yeah, so first take everything off of sale so that Russia doesn't come in and buy everything. The tooling workshops. Why can't we... Oh, that's Serbia. Okay. We're going to get an obligation from Russia. I guess we could have done this originally and not taken on all of this debt. Law of progressive voting, that's good. Oh man, but I am gonna hate this. I'm giving Russia investment rights. Well, if I'm gonna get plus 75 here, I want trade privileges as well. Is there anything they will sell me that I could use? Yeah, add 10 lead in there. Anything else I want to take here? They definitely don't want to take on my debt. That would be something. Alright. What about money? Oh, money transfer. Ah. Okay. See, this is where I'll be honest with you. This is where it does kind of feel like you're. I'm not sure about this. You can have 10 construction points if you don't have the people to work. They are just doing empty buildings. Yeah, you can't do anything in this game with just 10 construction points through the game. I don't know how you play 3-speed. I'm 5-speed almost always, unless trying to cheese the game. Yeah, I mean, I find sometimes I'll go 5-speed if I'm like, if I just need to get through a build queue. I like 3-speed because I do like to assess the situation more, and I think I need a slower speed in order for the hamster running my wheel to process everything. So I tend to like a slower speed for that. But there are times, yeah, where I'm just like, okay, I can't do anything until I get these things built, so we'll just go to 5-speed. Oh, let's pause it here. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do this. Oh, no. Oh, we didn't have the obligation. There it was. Okay. Damn, this was at a guaranteed before. I wonder what happened. Alright, we'll try this. And if it doesn't work, then we'll take out the trade privileges. I'm giving, for God's sakes, I'm giving Russia investment rights in my country. Scale, have cap, 100 level or 50 level, will not scale more. Alright, we got it. Yeah, but 10 construction points, you're not going to be able to do anything with 10 construction points. That I can guarantee you. Oh, that's right. We don't get... if we could get on this side and Russia was on our side. Yeah, so we need this agreement to finish out, and we will get the obligation. If your pop growth is 250k and your construction can open 500k jobs, you don't extend construction anymore. You send money in other things. This is true. You shouldn't only be constructing construction sectors. Eventually you should reach a point, though, where government construction is just building construction sectors and the inputs for the construction sectors that your companies aren't taking care of, and the private sector builds everything else. That's what you should be getting to. That would be how you play it. Alright. Alright, so that's kind of, I guess, then where we need to be now. Oh, do we... Who still has that? No. How do I unassign it after the war is done? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, so I think that's our play now. Oh, what? So after this 5 years is done, and this treaty is over with, we will get an obligation from Russia. And then we can make a move on Austria. And we've got our alliance for 22 years. Although we need to keep our military on pace with Austria's. Oh, and you know, all the while here, we now have high-powered small arms. So we are now dominating the export of it. So that's good. Do these guys have any regional HQs yet? They do not. Ah, we have the monitor. Okay. So let's get these guys back and upgrade to monitors. And then once that's done, we can change the production methods in our military shipyards so that they're all doing the second PM. All right, so February 3rd, we'll get that. How are we doing in terms of acceptance here? Everybody is good, right? Oh yeah, we have multiculturalism, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay. We're good on that. We've got tons of people now. Look at this. We've got tons of people everywhere. Okay. So we need... What are we building? We need to be building more. We can expand the construction sectors. Actually, yeah, no, we should be getting taxes back down is what we should be doing. And then building these guys up. All right, Bulgaria, yeah. So let's get more people there. What is this? What is this? Yeah, we serve 20, 10, so 30. Military statistics. This is what we could have used in that other war. So better training methods. And, you know, we could use a second cavalry. Ah, proportional taxation. There we go. So now we've got some money going. What are we moving to next? I would, you know, I would like to get off of no migration controls. Workers' rights next. Your mortality from jobs is awful. Take care of your workers, and they won't die as much, and you won't be so dependent on migration. This is true. This is true. Let's see. What is our mortality rate here? Oh, actually, yeah. India. India has a power block. Oh, it's plus 2%. It's not so bad. But I agree, some workers' rights would probably be helpful. We had a general die, so let's get somebody. Yeah, this guy will be good. Alright. Alright, so this will be the 2nd Cavalry. And we will get you this supply requisitions expert. So let's, yeah, Moldavia. Oh, no, not 21. And then get us some Lancers. Excellent. The Social Democratic Workers' Party, speak of the devil. They want workers' rights as well, it looks like. Oh. Unfortunately, you guys, I gotta kick you out for temporarily, for the time being, so I can pass my no migration controls. Oh, an artillery commander. We might move that guy then. Open terrain, ambitious. Alright, so let's move General Lazar over there. And then in this army, give me that artillery commander. Oh yeah. Members of the National Liberal Party have been vigorously warning voters against Social Democratic Workers' Party. Electoral campaign. No, we'll take this. I don't mind that so much. Yeah, why is this trade center sucking so much? Oh, we're importing automobiles, jeez. And we're importing tea. Where the hell is tea? Yeah, we should be able to make our own tea and not have to do those imports. Yeah. That's what I got you guys for. Oof, alright. Well, I think we're at our stopping point for the night. So we had an interesting episode tonight. We swung for the fences with Russia. It didn't quite work out, but we're actually in a pretty good position right now, I would say. Actually, are they building anything yet? Yeah, look at that. They're already starting to build. I just hope we don't get any regional HQs, but when this agreement ends and we get our obligation from Russia, we'll be able to just take on Austria and Prussia. And given our military and Great Britain's, I think then we can finally make some progress. So we're actually ending in a pretty good position, I would say. So in 4 years, we're going to really cut it close to the end here. In 1902, we are going to start a diplomatic play against Austria for the rest of these, for the rest of those states, because that's when that agreement will be done. Going through some setbacks, but still doing good progress. That's right. That's right. Stay positive, right? Stay positive. So yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're on track still. I mean, on track. We're on track to get the achievement. I would have hoped we got the achievement much sooner than we might get it, but we're getting there. Good game. Thanks, Ham. See you next evening stream. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, speaking of which, next stream. So this week I won't be on tomorrow night, on Friday night. I normally am on Fridays, just not this week. So the next stream will be Tuesday morning. We'll be doing more Victoria 3. So we'll be continuing this on Tuesday. Tomorrow, though, I should be posting the next episode of the Congo Starting Steps videos series. So we'll do that. Yeah, so see everybody. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight and watching. I appreciate it, as always. And everybody else, thank you for watching as well. So that'll be it for tonight. I'll see you on Tuesday. Other than that, be awesome, and I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.